Please, you raise the question again.
When it's written that the best place for a woman is at home.
Okay, Islamically speaking, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Going back to Sharia, is there any hadith or verse, any ayah, any hadith, prophetic saying to come out with the conclusion that the best place for women is their houses? Well, again, it is not about look them away. You know, this is important for start. There is nothing about anyone, there is no one on earth can or should, or is it, it is permissible to anyone on earth to look anyone away from living his own life peacefully and freely. None. In general. Second, when it comes to women in specific, okay, we have only one hadith coming out with this. But the subject matter of this hadith, it is about praying, salah. Again, we have actually two hadith. But if the people want to play with you and to use the text, the Islamic text, to play in their own interest, if it is a jealous house, for example, a jealous husband, okay, for example, or a husband that he wants you to stay home, not out of jealousy, but out of controlling, that I want to control you. No, you are not allowed to go out anywhere. No. Well, in this or that, there is no hadith to be implemented to serve any man in this area. Again, the only two hadith actually. So if you want to tackle this subject, we have to implement two hadith. The first one is sound. Again, here going back to Umar ibn Khattab. Umar ibn Khattab was a very jealous man. His children, they were sitting with their stepmother. Umar ibn Khattab was married to, it seems that he was married to more than one wife, okay? His children, who was old enough to discuss this subject with their stepmother, they said to her, this is sound hadith, this is related by al-Bukhari, okay? Under the title, لا تمنعوا إماء الله مساجد الله. It says that those children of Umar, they were questioning their stepmother. How could you, this is the exact question, how could you keep praying the 5 prayers in Jama'ah in the mosque while you know that Umar hates that? Umar hates that. She said, why doesn't he prevent me from doing that? Why he didn't say so? They answered, so they were fully comprehended the facts of Islam about women's freedom. They said he can't do that, he couldn't do that because he heard the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that you men don't prevent women from praying in the mosque. So no man, no Muslim man on earth, the minute you say, I'm going to pray in the mosque, he is not, according to Islam, according to this prophetic saying, he is not allowed to say to you, stay home. Not allowed. He can't even say a word. I'm going to mosque, dear, I'm going to pray. Well, he has to be there as well. So if he is not going before you to Salah, that means he is not proper Muslim. So Umar ibn Khattab didn't say a word because he was proper Muslim. He was heading to the mosque, and he knows that he does not have any power, any way to use his jealousy as an excuse to say to his women, don't go to pray in the 5 prayers in Jama'ah. Now the question, what about the second hadith? So the first one, sound, related by al-Bukhari. The second one, which you are relating to, it is Hasan. It was related by as-Sunan, which is lower than the book of Sahih, according to the science of hadith. And it was classified as Hasan though. Hasan means it is not 100% Sahih, not sound, fully sound. We have some doubts. Well, it does not nullify that it might be most properly it is sound, but we are not pretty sure. It is Hasan, okay, which is lower according to the classification of the science of hadith than sound. Okay. Do we implement it? Yes. But when it comes to having 2 hadith contradicting each other according to the science of hadith, one of them is higher and the second one is lower, which one will supersede? Of course the higher. It is by proper logic. If it is about following your own interest, yes. So if people are following their interest, they will mention the certain hadith? No. Men in specific. Are they following the sound hadith in this? No. I call them ill-minded people. Well, some of them may be women as well, because some women who are keen to stay at house, some of them do. So I'm not pushing women, you have to go out. What I'm saying, you have the choice.
So what does the other
This is
say?
why, hang on.
Okay.
This is why praying in Jama'ah, it is compulsory upon men, but not an obligatory thing upon women. Because Allah knows, subhanahu, that you are busy in your household with your own children in general, looking after, nursing some people, some old elderly people in your house sometimes, okay? Busy preparing the food, and this preparing of food, you will have ajr for it as well, because you are feeding people, whether it was in Ramadan or not. So the people who is giving according to Sharia in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are better. Al-yad al-ulya, the other hand is better than the lower hand. So you generalize this meaning in all walk of life, and you'll find some amazing results when it comes to your own plate as a woman. Really. So it is not only about going out because I'm in love of going out. Me, well, I'm a woman and I'm tired from going out all the day. I hate it. The minute I'm taking out, off my scarf and hijab, I'm relieved. Not because I'm tired of hijab. I'm tired of going out, outside and running from, in different areas. So this is hard. And then coming to my house and looking after my children, well, this is really a very hard pressure. So yes, I'm not keen of working while I'm having children. But yes, I can still participate in voluntary work, which is like part-time job. And here I have to borrow the statement came out of the mouth of Dr. Yusuf al-Qaradawi. He said, women work never been a problem in Islam. Talking about historically speaking. The minute she asked for her wage, people start complaining. You see what I mean? This is very true. You go back to Palestine in certain, even now, to Russia, to Bosnia, you find women working in fields. And they are not paid for that, but it is their own field. Even in the West, talking about wild, wild West, you have those women, cowboy films, those ladies were working. And it wasn't a big deal, to say, why should I working here? Or why should anyone stop me from working? This question wasn't raised. Again, not only in the East, in the West as well. The minute the women asked for wages, people start shouting and screaming, you back home, you go back home. So it was just like, you have two choices, to work for free or to look at the house. Well, this is not the choice in Islam, okay? I think I'm clear enough. So the other hadith, just to mention it, to be fair with it, it says that the best place for a woman to pray in is in her room, or even deep in her own house. It is the meaning of that. It is not to look her away or to push her away, back deep in the darkest area in her house. No, it is to say that in the most peaceful area in your own home. And in the past, women used to build certain rooms for her to pray in and to feel peace. Even in Christianity, coming about, the story of Mary, alayha salatu wassalam, she was in the corner of the mosque, the mosque of that time, praying and worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is, to end with it, a companion lady. She came to the Prophet and she said, "Oh, the Prophet of Allah, I can't follow you up in your mosque because I'm living far away from your mosque, the Prophet mosque. So, and I feel really bad because I'm losing al-jama'ah." She's a woman. Again, praying in jama'ah is not compulsory thing upon us as women. And she said that. She was old, though. So the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he said, you build in your house, meaning you make specific area that you and the inhabitants of the house to pray with you jama'ah in it. She was the one who was leading the prayer in her house because she was the one who read the Quran most perfectly than the others. This is why we come out and Fuqaha came out with this conclusion. If the inhabitants of the household, regardless, males or females, husbands and wives, sisters and brothers, the one to lead is the most one who read Al-Quran perfectly, regardless of their sex, their age, and this is very true. So this lady, again, she did not want it to miss the group prayer, the congregation prayer. So she was pushing hard to asking the question, to do that and to reach that point in a different way. And he gave her the answer for that. Okay? I hope it is done. No, not yet. Yes.
Usually men, they quote a verse of Quran that said to the wife of the Prophet to stay in the home. They use that verse or the woman.
Yes.
So,
well, again, وَقَرْنَ فِي بِيُوتِكُمْ. In general, they will relate to this. وَقَرْنَ فِي بِيُوتِكُمْ وَلَا تَبَرَّجْنَ تَبَرُّجِ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ الْأُولَى. You stay at home and don't follow the steps of Jahiliyyah, which about changing your body by piercing it or changing some different things in your body. Okay, yeah, well, not plastic surgery, it wasn't there yet. So the thing it is about وَلَا تَبَرَّجْنَ تَبَرُّجِ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ الْأُولَى means not to follow the art craft, I think would be the best word here, of the days of Jahiliyyah, the days of the day pre-Islam days. So again, وَقَرْنَ فِي بِيوتِكُمْ, the addressee of this speech, according to ulama, they are the wives of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Do we do it as something that we follow the best wives of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Well, again, I want to go actually in details in this. Again, the addressee were the wife of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, we'll go with this. Now coming to the life of those women after the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wow, we have Aisha. Come on, she did not look herself at home. She was there in the middle of the dispute between Muawiyah and Ali, far even from Al-Madinah, far from her house. Not finished? No. Aisha radiallahu anha, she and the rest wives of the Prophet, apart from Sauda, and you have to remember Sauda was very old. Again, it was a matter of choice. So Aisha and some of, actually most of the Prophet wives, widows, they used to go to Umrah and to Hajj. And Aisha used to send with them because they are a group of women, and this is why Ash-Shafi'i, he said that Umrah done by a group of women without mahram will be sufficient, will be okay. Okay? So Aisha used to do that. She used to go with the rest wife of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, most of them, to Umrah and Hajj. Sometimes she will send she sent some of her niece, and their mahram was Abdul Rahman, one of her nephews. Okay? Well, I think this is probably yes. So again, this is a question. Why should I say that? Because it is to answer the question: did really those wives of the Prophet look themselves away from the rest of the Muslim nation? No, they did not. So why should I?
Where is this ayah?
Again, وَقَالْنَا فِي بِيُوتِكُمْ, it is in Al-Ahzab, I think, in Surah Al-Ahzab, yes.
So how should we understand the ayah? Should it be like leaving the house on purpose?
Again,
How should we understand the ayah? Like when we leave the house, we have a purpose, or why we leave not to hang out? How should the ayah be understood?
well, there is a hadith. It is again going with your question directly. This hadith is, subhanAllah, I was writing an article about it this morning. Well, I was sending it actually on my Facebook page. It is about women, the minute a woman going out of her house, that a shaitan will stand there and question her. This is sound hadith. No, it is sound hadith. The meaning. So it is about proper understanding of this sound hadith. There should be no one actually coming out of his or her house, man or woman, without a purpose. Why should I go out today? Okay? Well, it is not comprehended that someone will open the door and just like a sheep, open the door, or a cat, going out. Well, this is animal act. It is not human being action, Why should you go out? Even if he or she is not Muslims, you will ask him, where are you going? There should be an answer. Going nowhere. Okay, why should you go out? I have something in my mind to do. Okay? There should be a reason.
That's a fresh air, just to get some fresh air. That's a purpose.
This is a reason. You see what I mean? There should be any act should be done for a reason. Okay?
An intention.
An intention, yes. Now going back to the intention. There is a reason, there is intention. I'm going out today to make sure that because I want to catch the eyes of men. But this is, Islamically speaking, this is not proper reason. This is haram reason. See?
There's a reason.
So this is about digging the intention. Well, it is happening with men as well.
Yeah.
Although it is not mentioning.
But this is the
But-
problem. So many of those only mention the women as if men never do these
Yeah, I
things.
have to say why. I have to say why. Come on, we are women. And we know ourselves better. I'm not saying that we have to start lashing ourselves to say, oh, we are the source of evil in this region. No, we are not. But we have to live with this fact, and it is reality. The minute I'm going out, I'll be one of the prime interests of men. This is by nature. Come on, this is by nature. How? Come on, you can't deny that.
But that's when you come.
I'm not responsible for that. Okay, no, doesn't matter if I'm not covered or not.
True.
Believe me,
I know, but I mean.
you can see those Saudi sisters fully covered, and still they are
Yeah.
carrying.
But that's why.
I catch up, man.
Minimum
They are.
covering is required.
Come on, it is something men were created upon, which is desire. Okay? This desire is there, we can't deny it. My desire as a woman as well to be praised for my beauty, if there's any, okay? To be praised for my walk. According to Fuqaha, they said something beautiful. Allah, well, take your time, you think about it. It is brainstorming here. Come on, I'm going out. It is a fact, it is by nature. Men, they are desired by women, women, they are desired by men. I'm not saying that we are turning to animals, that the meaning we are seeing each other. Of course not. No, I'm not saying that. But I can say clearly and comfortably, deep in your heart, you know as a woman that you want men to look and to see you. Now this in two ways, halal and haram. Halal by my husband. He is praising my beauty, he is sitting with me. My father, he is, make me happy that, mashallah, you are beautiful, my daughter. My brother, he is saying, going out and to dress beautifully and to wear some necklace. It is women. This is feministic. Okay? It should not be taken to be something against us. By nature, women do. You look at your young girls, they are doing it. By nature as well, to have a doll, your own baby dolly, and to look after her. Well, again, it is something by nature. Well, we make it bigger or make it smaller. Make a big fuss from it or make it something which is not important. But it is there. Whether you like it or not, it is there. But it is how you are dealing with it. Okay? Now when it comes to Islam, Islam knows better our nature. Allah created us and He knows us better. Because He is the one who is the creator. Okay? So those things, those feelings, those interests, those desires in your heart and mind, both sexes, I'm talking to both sexes, men and women, Allah is the one who is watching you. How and the way you are fulfilling those desires. Okay? So the minute I'm going out, I want to look pretty. Why? Because I want to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to make sure that people won't be disgusted by looking at me. No one say that I have to be smelly and
Dirty.
I'm not tidy and or to say I don't want anyone to look at me today. I'm pious woman. No, this is not Islam. You see, so you dress up beautifully. You follow Islam, by covering yourself perfectly. Now, me, Allah, I know that I'm fulfilling what you command me to do. What about men? They are looking at me. Now it is their problem. This is the way I'm looking at it. This is the way I'm looking at hijab. I'm going out as a principle. I'm covered. This is a very strong message to men to say, look at mind and respect my mind and not to be interested in my body only. Because I'm a full human being. You know, this is the message of hijab, which I'm really proud of. This is the way I do understand it. So I think this is important. My going out, it is under this umbrella as well. The minute I'm going out, I'm serving a purpose. As a Muslimah, I'm serving Allah's purpose. Allah's fulfilling Allah's command. Going out, making sure that I look perfectly because I'm representing Islam. Speaking perfectly, following Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's command. This is proper Islam, this is proper Muslimah. Not to speak harsh because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala command us all not to speak harsh to others. So why should I pretend to be somebody else or to look away to say I'm fulfilling Islam by that? If I'm following, even if I say that this verse, it is only for those women, the Prophet's wife, fine. So we have to follow their example. If I'm saying that it is to look them away, come on, they did not do that. So they understood Quran perfectly than us, according to most of you, Arab or non-Arab. You say they were really stick to Allah's order and following Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala command. Okay, historically speaking, they did not look in their house or stay away from the community. They were fully involved, even in Muslims' dispute. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Subhanakallah wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.